Hello, my name is Max Rosen. I'm a horn player who also plays trumpet, among other things. And today I'd like to review a case I got for some of my secondary instruments. This massive triple trumpet case by MG Leatherwork, a small Ukrainian company. Now, to be clear up front, this is not a sponsored review. I bought this with my own money, so you don't have to worry about my objectivity being compromised. As for my history with cases, well, from my horn, I've got this Cardo case. You can see it in the corner. I'm probably the only horn player whose Cardo case's zippers haven't fallen to pieces, and we'll talk more about that later. But I'm very happy with that, with my trumpet and my trombone. I'm very happy with my guard cases. In the past, I've also used cases from Gator and ProTech, so I'm fairly well rounded. The one major brand I think I've never tried is Marcus Bona, and there's a simple reason for that. Literally everyone else seems to use Bona, and for that reason alone, I refuse to buy one. Now, this triple trumpet case is priced out around $410 USD. There are some options for custom ones with flags on them that run higher. It's available in 3 materials: Flotar leather, Detroit leather, or Crazy Horse leather. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what any of that means. I am not an expert on leather. But the Crazy Horse was recommended to me for its durability, so that's the one I got. Crazy Horse is available in two-tone, although I didn't get that because I didn't want it, and Reptile Effect. The company markets it both as a triple and as a double case. Apparently it's the same size. The only difference is the insert. You can get a double insert, or what I've got is a triple insert, and it just comes out and pops in very nicely and easily. If it's big enough for 3, which it is, it's definitely big enough for 2 and accessories if you wish, and it does have a convenient pocket on the inside that is lined in, I guess, nylon or something. It's some waterproof material, so if your oil spills, it doesn't damage the case. But yeah, this thing is quite large. I know I've said that already, but just as a point of reference, this is a trumpet case. This is a fairly standard double horn. It's a Diderato, so it's not the largest, not the smallest. And as you can see, it fits in. In fact, I could probably, if I put it on an angle, like that, yeah, I can close it. It fits. That's right, this triple trumpet case is big enough that it fits a horn, obviously, minus its bell. If I did want to put the bell in, I couldn't put both in. And just a disclaimer, don't use this for a horn. It's not made for it. You will very likely damage the horn if you don't have it properly secured. The point being, this thing is big. At this point, you're probably wondering, well, sure, it's big, but is it really worth paying $100 more than for, say, a Guard or a ProTech, which are great cases? To which I say, yes. Now, to be fair, I haven't tried either ProTech or Guard's triple cases. I've just tried their single trumpet cases, and you saw before I have my Guard single case. Don't get me wrong, I love my Guard case, but it's not the most supportive. I know they have their suspension system. Their trombone cases are a little more supportive than their trumpet cases, but both have gotten banged up just a little bit, and this is obviously, just from the look of it, you could tell it's more sturdy. I would also note it's $200 cheaper than the equivalent from Marcus Bona. But now the actual test, just to show you how nicely everything fits in here. I have my flugelhorn. You will notice it's rotary. Nearly all of my instruments are rotary. I am a horn player, after all. And that slots in nicely in the middle, like so, with plenty of room on either side. My Kulo horn, which is an alternative sort of flugelhorn. Very interesting instrument, and it fits in nicely in the side, like so. Finally, I have an F trumpet, which will go in very nicely. And so the Culo and the F trumpet have their bells facing one direction, the flugel is another, and they fit in perfectly. When I say perfectly, it's a bit snug, but honestly that's probably better, because that way they're not going to shake around so much. Zippers are externally sourced from a company called YKK, which I've been reliably informed is the best in the industry. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that does make a difference. I've known plenty of people who were just walking along and their case just broke open because it was made with a flimsy zipper, and their instrument got thrown out into the sidewalk behind them and banged up. So it's very important you get a case with a well-made zipper, and YKK, that's apparently the best. What's interesting about this case is it's a sort of double zipper design, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to close. I mean, you can do it. It's just tough. But once it's done, it's secure, and it closes with a magnet here. And you got, an extra button enclosure on top. That's always a nice touch. A lot of people use Velcro instead. They shouldn't. And it comes with a strap, which they will monogram for you for free. Can't really see that in the camera, though. There you go, right there. Other comments? It's not particularly heavy. I mean, it's not the lightest thing either. It's leather, but it's a sturdy leather. I have been told that Crazy Horse leather, which is what this is the same thing they use in saddles. I have no idea if that's true. I'm sure it's easy to Google, I just can't be bothered. It certainly feels tough. Apparently it's going to get a nice patina as it ages. I will say, not the most scratch resistant. Seriously, if you had just freshly cut your nails and they're a little bit sharp and you accidentally rub against the case a little bit, you're going to scratch it. That's how easily it scratches. They also say it's waxed and weatherproofed. Probably works. I'm not saying it doesn't. I don't know enough, and I'm too nervous to test it. If you've had experience with waxed leather before and you've had positive experiences, great, because that's what this is. Nevertheless, guard cases all come with a built-in, form-fitting weather cover, which, when you're putting it in storage, also works as a nice dust jacket, if you will. The other benefit about having the insert be removable is it really just doubles as a carry-on. If you're taking a road trip, or if you're okay taking it on a plane or on a train, if you're going to be careful with it, or just if you're doing an overnight somewhere to relatives or something along those lines. It's great that, I can easily fit my toiletries in here, change clothes, my computer, everything I need I could fit in here for an overnight. It's a great little overnight bag. And that's a bonus in more ways than one. Because just looking at this thing, you can't really tell that it's a trumpet case, can you? It's just a rectangular bag. So if you don't really want people to know that it's a trumpet, they won't. I mean, you know the old saying, out of sight, out of mind. No one's going to try to steal your trumpet if they don't know it's a trumpet. Wouldn't take it, on public transportation or, simply because I'd be worried about it because it's such a nice leather. So yeah, there you have it. That's my quick 5-minute-ish review of this case. You can find it on their website, MG Leatherwork. You can Google the exact address. I'll put in the description below. And it's worth a look. I know I'm happy with my purchase.